Hello. If you're throwing at your Christmas tree early, I found this one. It's not mine. If you're not in a rush to cut it up, just leave it in your garden, because we're expecting some really cold weather coming up in the next few weeks. And little birds and things can go underneath it, and it'll give you a bit of shelter. If your garden's big enough, it'll give you a bit of shelter for some wildlife until you come to cut it up. But I'm going to do another couple of videos on how to cut it up. Interesting fact. Hello, right, when you finish with your Christmas tree, good handy tip is you cut all the branches off and leave a few stalks sticking out, like this. You can plant that in your garden and it makes belting steak for all your sweet peas and other things to grow up. So if you see any in the street next to bins, go and collect them up. I'll show you what to do with the rest of it now. Right, the one thing you can do with the tops off your branches, I've got tender herbaceous like agapanthus. We're expecting frost now, and if it's in your garden, mine's in a pot, but if it's in your garden, you can pile loads of Christmas tree on top, and that'll protect any tender herbaceous plants that's underneath the soil, things like xanthidicias, agapanthus. It'll give it a bit of protection and stop the frost getting to it. That's one use you can use for the Christmas tree. The other thing you can do with your Christmas tree branches is turn them into a brilliant mulch. Okay, once you've shredded your Christmas tree, made it into a lovely mulch, you can just put it on top of your soil, and what that'll do, again, it stops any herbaceous plants that are tender, it protects them, it stops any weed seeds from germinating, so it stops your weeds from coming up. The worms come up and they eat that, it smells lovely, and it improves the soil in the long run. So it's a win-win-win. Interesting fact. There's lots of insects like beetles and solitary bees that need holes to live in. So you can cut the bottom off your trunk, pile the logs up, a nice little neat stack at the bottom of the garden, drill some holes in and make a bug hotel. That's another use for your tree. And the last thing you can do with your tree, sharpen that to a point, knock that in the ground, and you can grow your peas, sweet peas, clematis, and use it as a living trellis. Interesting fact. So all these living trees have been grown, they've collected carbon. If you shred it and put it back into your garden, you're adding all that carbon back into your garden and improving the soil, and nothing goes to waste. Interesting fact. There you go, that's the start of my little bug hotel. So much use for a Christmas tree.